Right, the other band I'd like to talk about splitting up, or the splitting up of another band I'd like to talk about, is the Broken Family Band, who I found out split up on the same day, and was a somewhat more moving event. Look, a slug. It's a slug, I think. It seems a shame that they're splitting up, but it doesn't seem. It almost seems like a miracle that they've stayed together. Not because it seemed a miracle that they stayed together because they seem to have. They were called the Broken Family Band, and there was a sort of a reason for that, because I think that they were backgrounds were marred by or another. I know that Steve and Jay were both orphans for much of the time that the band were in existence, and orphans in the technical sense, of course. I mean, they're friends of mine, and Steve used to live in my house, and I've known Steve particularly since I think the early '90s. So we're back in time. The only record I was going to say, I never bought one of the records. I did actually. I bought a remix of "Love Your Man, Love Your Woman," which I play at parties, and I always get caned up members of my kind of social network coming up to me, pissed or on MDMA or something, saying, "Is this like a dance version of a broken?" Yes, I played it last time. You said the same thing. It's a great remix, that, anyway. Seek it out. But yeah, my point is that their music is not something I've ever personally bought, although I do enjoy, particularly in a live context, and it's that I would, if I'm going to say anything about the Broken Family Band, I would say I personally, taking into account what I've just said about not buying their records, I would have said that if they're not if they are splitting up, and I would have said at any point over the past few years, I wouldn't imagine. There's a slug. Not that I see a massive amount of singing, guitar playing bands, but I would think that you'd be hard pressed to find a better live band to go and see, in my critical opinion. And that is for several factors. I mean, they're a very tight band. Their songs are incredibly. They have an appeal that transcends them as, say, I don't know, works of art to be kind of criticised by cunts like myself. And of course, that means that they work in a live context. This is. I don't quite mean what I say here, please forgive me, but the warmth between the members of the band on stage is always an almost palpable kind of thing, and so you get a feeling at one of their gigs that you often get the antithesis of at other gigs, where everybody is fronting and trying to be something and trying to impress. You never get the sense at one of their gigs that they're trying to impress. If they're trying to impress, they're trying to impress by being, communicative, creative human beings, like what, in my opinion, we all should be. But I guess to leave the music aside, and to be, I mean, Steve is a cunt, you know. He's got the sharpest tongue, and he puts down people of the audience who muck about with skills that are transcendent. But I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. Yeah. Where was I? Talking about Steve. You can't hear a bloody word I'm saying, can you? It's like I'm in a gale. Jesus, probably so thick. Yes, I just think he's probably he's just a fucking amazing frontman, and he's a wonderful mixture of, like, you know, there is a sort of warmth, but it's not just warmth. I mean, anybody can get up there and smile kind of toothily and be a nice guy and stuff, or some people can. But he's got a charisma, but it isn't just a kind of charisma that's just, you know, it's not like a crazy charisma. It's like a kind of hyper-normality. I don't know. That's what I like about people who, I don't know. It's like, I mean, I'll ruin my point slightly, but you know, the kind of hyper-normality of the kind of the great Beatles or Dylan TV interviews or something. You know, he's not somebody trying to be something that they're not or something. It's somebody being very normal, very well, you know. And he's just so fucking super funny, you know. And yeah. I don't know. And it's a shame they're splitting up, but I can understand the I can understand that they are finally. And I think they said something about them quitting while they're ahead, and I think that they are ahead. I don't think they got shit. I don't think they ever, you know, you could say that this record or that record had its faults, but they didn't really. I don't know if they, you know, they didn't, you know, start good and get shit, and they were not getting. It wasn't like they had a heyday and then they were kind of treading water a bit. If anything, they were playing on bills that were. I mean, I've accused them of what was it, ubiquity by stealth or something, because they're look, see, this sums it up really in a sense. Yeah, they're I suppose there just comes a point, you know, where you because it is hard. It is a marriage. It's a marriage of four people, and you know, I can't split up. You know, so it's kind of like being doomed to immortality. But see, here we go. There's a CD there.